AITA for very rarely, almost never wanting to go to restaurants because my girlfriend makes food that's just as good, if not better, than restaurant food? The most famous post in the subreddit. This went around Twitter and Facebook too, until everyone knew about this poor A, who won't take his girlfriend out on a date. Now that I'm thinking about it, he writes, she's gotten kinda gloomy because I've asked her to cook on date nights instead of going out more often. The whole internet made fun of this jerk-off who didn't realize he was treating his girlfriend like his servant. His updates were even better. This isn't some early relationship, they have kids together. He took his girlfriend out for one dinner of tapas, then got so excited that he proposed to her. She said no. Then the post went viral, the girlfriend saw it, and she got mad, as we learn from an update post, in which the guy admits he's still making his girlfriend cook every night. Breathtaking. As one commenter says, the way you talk about being fed casserole for the 1000th time as if you're serving time in purgatory instead of being fed by a loving girlfriend is insane to me. Hear the original and latest update on this story. I've been with my wonderful girlfriend for a few years now, and we usually get along great, aside from this current issue. You can skip to the TLDR if the exposition is too long. She's a self-proclaimed foodie, which I honestly think is just selling herself short. She's a food genius. She can taste and smell a dish and then turn around and recreate it, or even make it better than the original. If you taste something and wonder, what's that super subtle flavor? She'll tell you, it's anchovy paste, sumac, lavender, some other obscure spice that you would never think of. When someone is cooking something and they go, it's missing something, she can tell you exactly what it needs. It doesn't stop there. She knew I had touched a diesel truck at work one morning as soon as I walked into the house that night because she could somehow smell it on me. It's either really cool or really creepy, depending on the day. That's not it, either. She heard about a lost family recipe and the next week, bam, I'm eating my grandmother's homemade sausage again for the first time in 15 years. It's gotten to the point where I don't see any point in going out to eat, pretty much ever, except maybe her birthday. Even the most exotic ingredients aren't out of her reach, either, and, even though it's not about cost, I've saved up more being with her than I ever had in any other relationship. The only places we really go for date night is ramen. She can't figure out how to make the noodles, but she still tries, so it's just a matter of time, and sushi. Our anniversary was recently, and I had noticed that our local fish counter was selling sushi-grade fish, along with the rolling mats and nori, so I suggested that we have homemade sushi for our anniversary dinner before going out, and she upset and said, I'm not learning how to make sushi because then I'll never get a real date ever again. We ended up going out instead. It kinda took me by surprise that she got so mad, though. She's lightly mentioned wanting to go out occasionally to places like Olive Garden, because she likes the red sauce, or other places because she likes the food, and now that I'm thinking about it, she's gotten kinda gloomy because I've asked her to cook on date nights instead of going out more often. She also brought up that food she cooks tastes better to me because she's tasting and smelling it while it cooks, so her senses are dulled by the time it's served, but she has the most acute sense of smell, taste I've ever seen, so I kinda think it's just an excuse. I just don't think it's worth it to go out and pay restaurant food prices when we can stay home for home food prices and have food that's just as excellent. TLDR. So, Reddit, am I the A? For not wanting to pay a restaurant to cook my meals because I practically have a private chef of my very own? Edit. It's not about the financial aspect of staying home vs going out, I just thought that it was worth mentioning because it's been more of a saving than expected. Edit 2. I'm taking her out tonight to grovel, guys. I'm also going to politely ask that, if she finds this off of Twitter, please don't smother me in my sleep for being such a dick. Edit 3. No, Twitter, I don't buy her flowers, thanks for rubbing it in. I buy her herbs and succulents. What flowers do I buy a woman who likes to preserve them afterward? Also, yes, I wash the dishes. Final edit. Okay guys. This will probably be my last edit. This post exploded unexpectedly and I've tried to respond to as many comments as I can, but there's just too many of you. If you've asked me a direct question and I haven't answered, I'm sorry. My inbox is a mess. I really took everything you guys said to heart, and I can honestly say that I've been an ass, and it's really hurt my relationship with my girlfriend. It's honestly a surprise that she's still my girlfriend after everything. So her mum picked up the girls and I took her out to a really nice tapas restaurant. She was very excited and seemed to enjoy herself, and I apologized for being stupid. After, we took a walk and everything seemed perfect, so I asked her to marry me. She said no. She did it kindly, but she still said no. She said that it wasn't a no forever, but she didn't want to commit to a one-sided relationship, and also said she doesn't think that it's fair that our relationship happens on my schedule, or my terms. I'm pretty heartbroken. I thought everything was pretty okay between us, but she thinks we should go to premarital, pre-engagement, counseling, and the division of labor needs to change over a serious sit-down conversation. So, Reddit, you were all right. I'm the A, who almost lost the love of my life, and most of you were right, it wasn't over restaurants.